Hey everyone, John right here, slingshotfutures.com, and welcome to the Market Mindset, where we take a look at the psychology behind the moves today so we can better understand tomorrow. And today we're taking a look at crude oil. Now, crude oil, oh man alive, we've had a very interesting day at the end of the day yesterday. Big tumble off of the highs with a massive drive lower. And that huge drive down, it didn't stop. It just kept going and going and going. This was the inventory report, right, back here. And this was the follow-through movement through the downside. Got a little bit grindy. Once they broke out, though, they let loose and went into a small little flag and then slammed lower again. Now, with that breakout movement to the downside, pretty clear that, well, the sellers own it, right? Now, it depends on what happens the next day. Sometimes when you get those big movements in a day or at the end of the day, etc., the next day tends to go into a range because the market has to kind of figure out what it needs to do next. In this case, we open up with a gap down, very weak bear movement on the first candle, and that's showing us that, you know what, a lot of the sellers that have been pile driving the market down all yesterday and in the overnight session as well, they're probably taking some profit. Otherwise we would see some good bearish continuation to the downside, and we didn't, right? The bears just were nowhere to be found. And then we turn around into a very strong inside bull bar closing near its highs. That gives the buyers a reason to believe that we may get a little bull spike higher just to close the gap, maybe even just to retest yesterday's low, mainly due to sellers taking profit. The sellers take profit pretty aggressively, strong drive higher, and as soon as it hits into the prior low of day, immediately turns right back around. Huge twin reversal back lower for sellers to once again regain their confidence and sell the market back down aggressively. So sellers start piling in and they're driving the market lower. Their main objective is for continuation off of yesterday's move, which in this case is going to be a new low of day and maybe even a little bit further. So we get that continuation of the downside, beautiful sell movement, but we stall out a little bit here. You'll notice a lot of wick. If you go to a faster time frame, it was really choppy between really 9:30 going on to 10:30. It was pretty nasty inside here. Once we finally started breaking down, we got 3 pushes on the bottom edge. That could be on a faster time frame, maybe a 3-push wedge bottom, but the buyers never showed up to the party. And when the sellers turn right back around and shove the market lower, that is your clue that a breakout may be coming, not to mention all of the sell volume that was coming in at the time to drive the market back down to finish the job. And that led into a very nice breakdown. We found a little bit of a bounce here, and likely that's just due to this break up equaling this breakdown. They are very similar in size, so that equidistant breakout movement finding a little bit of support, maybe sellers up here taking some profit. Either way, we found a little bit of balance, but once again, the buyers are nowhere to be found. The buyers try, they fail immediately. They try, they fail immediately. They try, they fail immediately. So we have no reason to believe the buyers here, and when we turn around into, once again, another strong bear move, all hands on deck, sellers are going to drive the market back down once again, and that led into a nice drop for the end of the morning session. Now, as we're speaking right now, as we're recording this, we are setting up another possible attempted breakout of the range. Very small signal bar, and a lot of traders love that because the risk is very small. But either way, just a phenomenal example of not only technical analysis as a whole, but emotional trading, right? This is not something that would happen otherwise if there wasn't some form of emotion in this. In this case, a lot of times when the market's falling this fast, it's fear. You have fear rampant in the markets right now, driving this thing lower very aggressively. And we open up today with the same kind of sentiment, and once again, pile driving it back down. So market psychology at its finest. That's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you found it interesting, and we'll see you next time.